Please, Dr. McPherson.
Thank you so much for having me talk today. I'm especially excited about this topic because for me, the arts have I should say visual arts in particular, I've kind of undergone a transformation with it because I grew up Protestant, and I think I always had ambiguity regarding visual arts. I think I grew up with this sense that goodness and truth were important, but beauty, I think theologically, we just didn't have a lot of place for the importance of beauty. Our church had no artwork in it. It was not a beautiful church. And so I grew up thinking that, art's nice, but not really something spiritually essential. In fact, I think I grew up with a sense that there are definite dangers that come along with beauty, right? So, especially as a teenage girl, you see a lot of people into fashion and things that seemed superficial to me at the time. Also, especially the visual arts can lead to important vices like lust and covetousness, greed, vanity. Also just self-satisfaction. If you are just so comfortable with your life, especially wealth, you can have this sense that you don't need anything else. It can become an idol. And so I think I had this sense that beauty, you might say, well, even though there's distortions of proper orientation towards beauty, you can have a right vision, but I think I still had some sense that, well, even if beauty is a good thing, ultimately, it's a luxury, right? But I've come to think that beauty is actually highly essential for the spiritual life, and a soul that never encountered beauty in their life would be a very impoverished soul. So the first part of this talk, I want to discuss why beauty is so important to our spiritual lives. Then I want to talk about what art is and whether art has to always be beautiful. And then I want to draw some connections between the life of the artist and the life of faith. So I want to begin by thinking together about how we experience beauty. How is it that when we see something as beautiful, we know it's beautiful? What's going on inside of us? And to think about this, I don't want you to have a complicated picture in your mind like something like a tornado that's beautiful but also terrible at the same time. Just take a simple experience of beauty, the light falling on an apple or a landscape, something that is just straightforwardly beautiful. And think about what is involved in that experience. So I'm just curious what some of you might say about that. What is beauty like?
A flower.
But what does it feel like? How do you know that the flower is beautiful? What's going on inside of you when you encounter that and say, that's beautiful? Yes?
I feel connected.
Connected, interesting. Yes?
Awe.
Awe, okay. Mm-hmm.
Calming.
Calming, good. Yes?
Eye pleasing.
Pleasing. Miriam?
And yearning.
Mm-hmm. Great.
It causes you to pause and think.
Good.
Wonder.
Okay, wonderful. Yes.
I like the saying, I don't know how to describe it, but I know it when I see it.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to give words to, right? But isn't it an amazing thing that all of us have had this experience? That's an amazing fact about human beings, that we have experiences of beauty. And you've all said a number of points that I want to make about it. And by the way, I think that these are kind of artificial separations I've made to try to unpack what the experience of beauty is like. So they're kind of interconnected in ways that don't show up on how I've divided it. But